Hey Luis, so I can't give you partial credit because I need you to learn this since this is what we're going to be looking at for most of the month. So therefore I need you, like I said, to learn it. So I'm going to give you a different example to see if you get it a little better. So this is letter A in the notes. What we have is 10x squared plus 25x minus 15. So as explained in the video before, you have to factor these numbers. So we know that 10 can be written as 5 times 2, right? And then this x squared can be factored as x times x. And then so if we want to factor this 25, I know that this 25, I can say it's also 5 times 5. And this x, I can't factor it out, so I'm just going to write it as is. Then finally, we have the negative 15 or the minus 15. What you would do is, I know this is also 5 times 3, and there's no x. So we have all the factors now, and we know, or we can see, that all of them have a 5 in common. All of them have this 5 in common. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor that 5 out. And what you're going to be left over is whatever you have. So 2 and 2 x's, that would be 2x squared. We would keep this sign that we have here, so I'm going to put a plus. And then we already took this one out, so I'm left over with 5x. And then we also took this one out, so I'm left over with, I'm going to keep this sign, okay? So minus 3. Okay, now that I have that, I need to factor the inside using the X box that I showed you in class. So I'm going to do my X and my generic rectangle. Remember, for now I'm going to ignore this 5, so I'm only going to work with what's inside. So 2 times negative 3, that's what goes on the top. So that would be negative 6. And in the bottom of the diamond, we would write the 5. And then if I want to set up my generic rectangle, remember this 2x squared goes in the first box, so that's written out, 2x squared. And then this negative 3 goes on the last box. And so this 5x, I'm not going to write it because this 5x has to be split into these two boxes, and that's why I'm doing the diamond. So I need to find two numbers that when I multiply them, they give me negative 6, but when I add them, they give me 5. So that I already know that if I do 6 and 1, it would work, and I would have to make one of them negative. So 6 times negative 1 would give me negative 6. And then if I add these, 6 plus negative 1, it gives me positive 5. So that means 6 and negative 1 will go in these two boxes. Again, the order doesn't matter. So 6x, negative 1x, okay? So now the most important part is finding the outside dimensions of the box. And so I know that to get 2x squared, I would have to multiply 2x and x. 2x times what gives me 6x? Well, 2x times 3 will give me 6x. And then x times what will give me negative 1x? Well, I know that would be negative 1. And 3 times negative 1 is negative 3, just to double check. So then, therefore, I have that my factors are 2x minus 1 and x plus 3, right, on the other side, x plus 3. And I had already factored this 5, so I have to put it in my factor, so I'm going to put it outside. And so now I have my factored completely form, and this is what we're looking for, factored completely, okay? Hopefully you understand, and if not, let me know so I can keep working with you.